Hi Gemini, my name is Leslie and I'm starting a tarot channel. So welcome to my tarot channel. These are my first sign specific readings, so please check out this reading, like, subscribe, comment, leave some feedback. Let me know if this resonates because that's most important. So this is pretty low budget, pretty easy going right now as I get started and just used to doing this. But we're going to start out with some theme cards for the reading. We're going to do some tarot, some past, present, and future. We're going to do an overall energy. We're going to clarify all of that. And then we're going to do some advice and oracle at the end. So stick around. And yeah, let's get into this. Spirit, what is the message for Gemini? What is the message for Gemini? What is the theme and the message for Gemini? Number 30 could be important. All right. The themes are moth, attraction and lust, alligator, emotion and healing, an owl, caution and wisdom, so definitely feeling some loving vibes here to get started. Not surprising for Gemini. There may be someone you're attracted to. You may just be feeling attracted to yourself, feeling good about yourself. Let's hope that's going on. Got some, likely gonna maybe get some cup energy here today. So let's get into this. Past, present, and future for Gemini. Spirit, what is the past, present, and future message for Gemini today? Okay, what is the present and future message for Gemini today? What is the future for Gemini? What is the future for Gemini? What is the future card for Gemini? Okay. 2 came out. Some interesting energy here. We have and we have the overall energy. Sorry about that. The overall energy is the 7 of Wands. So definitely this resonates with caution, protection, boundaries, fighting, advocating for yourself or others, taking care of your stuff and protecting what you got. Next we have the King of Pentacles. This actually came out in reverse. I don't really do reversals, but you know, I do. I'm learning. So, in the present, we have the 7 of Cups. So let me go back. So the King of Pentacles, this could be, this very much could be you. This could be someone else, or this could just mean that something of stability. I'm getting that there's some kind of risk here, some kind of financial risk potentially in the past, or a loss of money. Okay. In the future, I'm sorry, y'all. In the present, we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is about confusion. It can be about deception. It can be about illusions. It can be about opportunities or options. You know, lots of interest as well. So it could be offerings that you have currently. And in the future, you have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords came out. So the Nine of Swords is some Gemini energy. I see in the future some overthinking about something that you're working on or you want to be successful at. It seems that you're on the road to success, but there's a fear or something that's getting in the way of this achievement that you could be working on. So yeah, let's dig into this. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Gemini? Why is the Seven of Wands here for Gemini? Please clarify the Seven of Wands. I see you working really hard here on a relationship potentially. So the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. So this could be a strong connection, a very loving connection that has become a burden, or potentially there are parents that are a burden. This could also, I'm getting those vibes. But I see you working really hard here in protection mode of whatever this, either, you know, the relationship with others or your own relationship. And so you're really wanting to protect this because there's a lot of love. I apologize. There's a fly couple that's here. And I've tried to guide them outside a couple times, but they're getting close to getting swatted. So if you see them, that's what's going on. So yeah, let's dig into the past here. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Why is the King of Pentacles here? It was like a false start in the past. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Something you thought was secure was not. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Lots of people here. Lots of people. So this could be a family situation for some of you. But I see a false start here. Maybe there wasn't enough money to get started, or there wasn't enough effort. There could be some like laziness is what I'm hearing, which I don't like that word, I think, but there could just be some, I mean, it could be depression, right? So I don't really like, but that's what came through. There could be some, you know, there should have been more effort put towards something. Actually, I'm sorry I said that word. I don't even like saying it. But yeah, there was a loss here. And again, it could have been related to money. Maybe you thought you had something that you didn't, or you lost the money, but you were starting something and it didn't happen. Potentially because something else has come up that's creating a burden. That could be the case. Why is the Seven of Cups here in the present? Why is the Seven of Cups here in the present? Why is the Seven of Cups here in the present? Okay. The Seven of Cups in the present energy is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Maybe another opportunity has come up that is more attractive, potentially. It could be that you were told that you were going to make something and you made less than that. Or yeah, you've got like I see a lot of like piecemealing things together. I don't, maybe you work a few jobs potentially. Maybe that's what's going on here. But it seems that there's some options for you currently, and this process is dragging on for you. I see you losing hope here. Why is the Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords in the future? Why is the Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords in the future? Why is the Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords? Future Spirit. We have the Tower. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Two of Wands. There's a lot in the future. There's a lot of mental energy going into something that, like, it's not that bad kind of thing is what I'm getting. And so I'd say there's going to be a quick transition. And it's important for you to, exercise caution, but it's also important for you to put, love into what this is. This could be, again, this could be jobs. This could be choices between jobs. It could be choices between people. It could be family related as well, because there's a lot of people here. And just kind of like money thrown around is what it seems like. So hopefully that resonates. Let me know if that resonates with anyone. But I see you, again, you're in the future with this Six of Wands. You just are covered by the Nine of Swords. And the Six of Wands is about recognition and success and moving forward with things that you love. And the Nine of Swords is like down in the dumps and worried and stressed and not sleeping at night. And so that's why I say, I think there's worry here that is really getting in the way of whatever's happening. And so yeah, that would be, let's get some advice. What is the advice for Gemini? 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 So you have the Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Wands. This is about trusting the process, putting your integrity into something, putting your passion into something, and trusting that process. Again, whether it's a person or relationships or work or, you know, even yourself. But there's so many people in this reading that this has got to be about, you know, some kind of environment with other people around. So yeah, trust the process, because as long as you're giving it your best, then you have nothing to worry about. If you're, you know, being sneaky and breaking hearts and, you know, being shady and stuff like that, when the Wheel of Fortune turns, it's not going to turn in your favor, probably. That's not always the case, though, right? Because I'm not the judger. I'm not the judger. That's all I'll say. I won't even go down there. So let's get an oracle for Gemini. What is the oracle message for Gemini? 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 All right, we have Moonlight. So let's see what Moonlight says. Moonlight allows for us to lay bare the hidden places within us, the places that by day are covered with a smile, the places that have been shunned in our social realms. This is a sacred time of vulnerability and release, one that we might need to first experience alone. Honor the feelings you have felt. Feelings might not make sense, or they might feel destructive. Let them pass through you in acceptance, with an understanding that while these emotions come from a place within you, they are not the sum of you. If this card is calling to you, it may mean that there are feelings you have suppressed, parts of you that you have bypassed, or places that you have ignored. Envision yourself now opening up to the lost parts of you, embracing them in a loving hug. Know that accepting these aspects of yourself does not mean that you have to embody them or that you should act upon them. In all your doings, let it be for your highest good and for that of others. All right. I'm doing my fun little cryptid oracle as well, since this is my first kind of video, sign specific. I love this oracle. A friend gave it to me. It was given to me like this. I've never seen it. I don't know where, who, what it came from. I don't know the name of it. I just call it Cryptids Mystery Deck. This is definitely focused on the East Coast of the United States. And so it is about, focused on cryptids in the around the Appalachian Mountains. And cryptids are things like unicorns and Sasquatch and like folklore and things like that. For anyone that didn't know what a cryptid is. What is the message for Gemini? What is the message for Gemini? All right. We got two here because one fell out early. The one that fell out early is the Mercer Werewolf, 1990, Mercer County, Pennsylvania. So there's three parts to this. One is moonlit hunts. The other is if discovered, dash into the trees. And the others go outside together and catch a scent. And the other one is the Waterford Sheep Man, 1970, Waterford, Pennsylvania. This three parts, bridge between. This may call for softness, but nip if need be. When everyone warns, take heed. Sorry, I don't have the best equipment right now, but yeah. So let me know if that resonated, and I'll see you soon, Gemini. Have a great day.